So I want to talk a little about the process of creating Comicverse number 5. A few years back we started working on this story that was supposed to be part of Comicverse number 3. We were going to do a whole Jack Kirby thing. And we put off the main story because it ended up being really long. So when we went to work on that, I had this idea. I said, Bianca, I have this idea that I want to try. It's not going to take very long. And that ended up being Comicverse number 4, and that ended up being 64 pages, which took a little longer than I thought. And then while we were working on Comicverse number 4, I had this other idea, and I said, Bianca, I have another idea that I'd like to try. And that ended up being the current one, Comicverse number 5, which is 72 pages. And we still haven't gotten to the original idea. And that idea is going to be Comicverse number 6, and all three will be a trilogy. And you'll be able to read each one individually on its own, but together they'll make up this larger story. So how did you feel about the way Comicverse number 5 turned out?
I think it turned out really great. I took Steve's idea and I was able to use it to help kind of expand the universes of the individual characters, as well as have them interact in really interesting ways. And there's a twist, a sci-fi twist in the story that you'll read when you get it, and it's really cool. And it just allowed me so much creative freedom in a sci-fi way to figure out how that would all work, which is exciting because I'm a huge sci-fi fan. So I really enjoyed writing it, and I feel like the characters were able to grow in this story and progress, and that's one of the main reasons that I love it.
So we won't tell you what the twist is, but as a result of the twist, our characters come to this realization that they might possibly only have 24 hours to live. So what do you think you would do if you had 24 hours to live?
That's a really hard question. There's so much that I would want to do, but I think the main things that I would do is just live my genuine self passionately, and kind of like enjoy everything I can. Enjoy food, enjoy people, enjoy nature, and maybe travel somewhere that I haven't been before, and mainly just, being with family and friends and telling them everything that I would like to tell them before my 24 hours is up. So, what do you think of our story?
Oh, I like it a lot. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I came up with a lot of interesting ways to, I think, interesting ways to approach each scene and put it the way I put it together. I'm still kind of learning how to do these longer stories. I haven't done a longer story of this length since I was probably a teenager. When I was a kid and I was a teenager, I did these longer stories that never got finished. So this is the first time I've done a longer story and finished it. So that's a good feeling. And what else? There were some problems with the process as far as the twist that we're not going to tell you what it is, but it made things kind of complicated, and I had to go back and revise a lot of the scenes to make sure everything was right for the reader, and continuity-wise, that was kind of tricky. But fun in the end. A lot of fun.
So, what would you do if you only had 24 hours to live?
That is a tough question. Doing the things I love, I guess, and of course I would want to say goodbye to everyone I loved. And of course these are things that we thought about in the course of the story and put in there. I would probably do something creative. Either make music or comics or both. Probably want to eat something I really liked, but then again, you don't want to waste too much of your time doing that, so maybe I would order order something to be delivered, so that I wouldn't have to waste time going to go get it. And yeah, I guess that's it. Being creative mostly, and listening to music I like, and that's it.
So we hope you really enjoy our story, and maybe it makes you think about what you would do if you only had 24 hours to live. And I hope you enjoy kind of how we grew as, writer and as an artist doing this story. And we appreciate you so much, you watching this and taking part in our Kickstarter.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.